Y'all listen to these.
A lot of women don't like this video, and I respect how they feel. Any men that have seen this and you're like, well, he was being honest, don't you guys ask us to be honest?
What's good, people, and welcome on another episode. How are you guys doing? I hope you all are doing fine. And if you're joining for the very first time, thank you so much for tuning in. There is this groom wedding vow that has been going viral. I believe it went viral on Instagram, and then people brought it to TikTok. And trust the people of TikTok to keep it as a real as this groom was keeping it in his wedding vow. When they tag something as keeping it to real, you should know that this person has said something a little bit or even very, very embarrassing. There have been so many comments of people saying, if this happens to be me on my wedding day and my husband is saying all of these things, my brothers are going to knock him off. There are so many people saying that will be the end of the relationship. It is from the wedding reception straight to the divorce office. Like, this is not something they see themselves going into with any man. Like, you don't have to embarrass your wife this way and tagging it as a wedding vow. It is going viral. People are coming in on this very one. The men have a different perspective and the women have a different perspective, which is kind of expected. So without wasting much time, let's just get right into it and hear this man's wedding vow and as well what people have to say about his vow.
Me and you. I wish I did it back then. But you know, I just wanted you back. I just wanted to hit back then. I ain't gonna hold you. I seen you. I ain't gonna hold you. Walked on the boat 2009. I saw you. Little dark skin thing. I'm like, yo, who is that? You know? But you know what? I usually crack a Tracy smile and they come running. You? It took time.
There's no shade to the happy couple. But if you're somebody who sees these videos of men telling but our first date last,
So then I actually wanted to marry you. A lot of men would have an issue with that. This is like the exact same thing. One is just the girl version and one is the boy version. There is a time and a place to relay this information to your spouse if they ask, and at the wedding for vows is not the time. I personally got secondhand embarrassment from watching this, and I will honestly say, for your vows, out of everything in the world you could have said about why you like someone, or even just to start off how you guys met and what your mindset was, the only thing you could think of was, I just thought if you was a booty call. I just wanted to see what was to it. It's not what you say.
I wish I did it back then. But you know, I just wanted you back. I just wanted to hit back then. I ain't gonna hold you. I seen you. I ain't gonna hold you. Walked on the boat 2009. I saw you. Little dark skin thing. I'm like, yo, who is that? You know?
So this may be an unpopular opinion. It's maybe a little controversial. However, I believe that while he is absolutely responsible for his actions and for saying this at his vows, I believe the biggest person here responsible for this sequence of events is the bride. This is not me victim blaming her. This is not me saying it's her fault that he is this way. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that for them to have been in cahoots since 2009, this man has been showing you who he really is. Been showing you. I refuse to believe that this man was the perfect gentleman for the last almost 15 years and then just decided to hop up on the altar in front of God, you, and your friends and family and just, oopsie, that, baby, come on. To me, this video is a result from two thought processes that women who tend to not have the highest self-esteem tend to resort to having. And the first thought process is thinking that you are the exception to a man's rule. This man screams player. This man screams love him and leave him. This man screams he's here for a good time, not a long time. And I think that her goal with this man was to be the woman that makes him change into a husband. Her goal was to not put out quickly like all those other girls and make him work for it. And while you think that might work out in theory, does it really work out in practice? And the second thought process is if I'm patient and I stay down and I stay loyal, I will win in the end. If I stay patient through his slip-ups, through his mistakes, through his errors, and those errors are infidelity, lying, not being trustworthy, him dragging you through the mud of his emotional growth and maturity process, that I will eventually win what I'm looking for here, which is long-term commitment. Ladies, I'm here to tell you, those two thought processes will will hurt you every time, as we can see. Because while he is standing in the groom spot and while he does have on the attire of a groom, this man ain't nobody's husband for real. You did all that waiting, all that patience, all that sacrifice, all of that stifling of your own emotions for the last 14 years, just to have the man you've done it all for remind you and let everyone in the congregation know that he really still only sees you as a piece of coochie. Because while sure he's mentioning that that's how he felt when he first saw her, for him to bring it up during his vows, a time to vow your life and your heart to your life partner, that's what you're bringing up. That's how you still feel. Sorry, not sorry, I don't care. You spent all these years thinking that you were the exception to this rule, and at the altar, he is reminding you that, babes, you are not. Mans even went as far as to refer to her as a dark-skinned little thing during the vows. I'm inclined to believe that had she had higher self-esteem and
Are you feeling stuck with $10,000 or more in debt and all the interest that comes with it? Try National Debt Relief, as seen on the Wall Street Journal podcast.
Valued herself a little bit more. The minute this part of him was revealed to her, which I'm sure was revealed very early on, deuces. Because no man who actually values you and cherishes you as a person and is honored to be in that spot standing across from you is going to take the time of his vows to let everyone know just how shallow he viewed you when he first laid eyes on you. Ladies, the desperation to be different from all the rest and the desperation for long-term commitment or marriage is a very slippery slope. Very slippery. Desperation can lead.
Being a pick me ain't it. Being a pick me is not it. I wonder what Janine and all the rest of the other black pick me's got to say. I wonder what the mixed pick me's got to say about this, because when stuff like this come out, they still try to make up excuses. This been going viral, this been trending, so of course they're gonna make excuses for why the man did what he did and said what he said. Watch how they gonna be making up excuses they out. It never failed. The white pit me's too. They always make up excuses for these dusties. It's coming.
You to bypassing your intuition, your self-respect, your pride, your ego, your values, and the things that are really important to you just for the sake.
And they gonna be the ones that's gonna be encouraging this woman to stay with this man. They're gonna be encouraging and enabling her to stay with him through his dysfunction. And through his brokenness. Through his brokenness. Through his ego. All of that. They're going to be encouraging this woman to stay with him. Manipulating, gaslighting, making up excuses.
Of a title and a moment in a white dress. Desperation can also result in you looking the other way whenever you're presented with blaring red flags because you feel as though you've gotten this far and you don't want to have to start all over again. But by ignoring those blaring red flags, you then become responsible in the way this person treats you.
Yep.
Because they've shown you who they are. And instead of you believing them and moving accordingly, you are looking the other way and allowing for them to continue that behavior towards you. No one deserves to be disrespected in this way in such a beautiful moment, you know? So if you don't want to end up like sis that he's speaking to in this way, work on your desperation if you have it, if you experience it, and work on no longer finding the prize in being an exception to the rule. In fact, learn to honor the rule and remove yourself if the rule doesn't align with how you want to be treated. Because there's nothing honorable about getting with a man who is a dog to all women, but kind to you. Kind to you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
I wish I did it back then, but you know, I just wanted you back. I just wanted to hit back then. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm gonna skip that.
This is the last ditch. First, And it's just often based on his own. Now you just gotta, get what you can get. And so you decide, I'm gonna embarrass her because I resent her because she's not the one that I wanted. I would much rather have my husband smash kick in my face softly than to get up in front of my parents, my grandparents, my family, my friends, in front of me, in front of God, and say that I just wanted to smash when I met you. That I was just lying to you, telling you what you wanted to hear because I wanted to hit.
Think about that vow? What do you think about what that man is saying to his wife and to the whole family at large on their wedding day? How is it so okay to wait for someone for 15 years? And on the altar, this is what they have to say, and this is how they address you, like lube, lapping, and all they wanted to do was to eat. Like I said, from the guy's perspective, it was a different point of view. The guy in the stitch mentioned how so many guys were saying, but you all want men to be, honest and truthful and be open, and now they are being open and you guys still have a problem about that. And I would like to hear what you guys think about people who see it that way, because they are saying, you all want men to be honest. Now,
In my opinion, they should do it earlier. They should do it early. They should do it in the very first beginning. Why wait till the last minute? Why wait till years ago? What the fuck?
a man is being honest and you all are attacking him and not liking what he said. So let me hear what you guys think about that. But wait,
It don't take that long to decide if you want to marry somebody. It's no excuse. It's no excuse. You know when you want to be with somebody.
solidly 15 years to be with someone and for them to get on the altar with your family and friends and people that don't even like you, because not everybody at your wedding are going to like you, are there to just embarrass you that way is a bit somehow. This person said, so many people are saying they would have left at the altar. I am like, she's already elderly attached. And I think two creators actually pointed that house that you gave this man this pass to embarrass you this way on your wedding day. Another person said, we as women have to remember what we allow is what we continue. I learned this the hard way. Never again. Ladies, please let's all remember our what? Like 6, stand the heifer. We have to stop giving grace and allowing men to take our good years away just for them to settle on us. Give us a ring and then play in our face on the big day. Like, he literally said, the way he was even talking to her felt like, okay, take this shut up ring. You've waited and clinged along for so long. Let me give you this shut up ring. Because if he was someone who he was genuinely into and people believe that so many of the statements he made in that vow would not have come out, or even if he had that and even have respect for this woman, that shouldn't be something that you'll be saying in the presence of family, friends, and just the people at the wedding. Another person said, coming from an older woman's perspective, that young lady did not want to start over just for him to marry the next one. Within a year, she has been in the Go Together Olympics for 15 years, and she wasn't going to lose, and she's not starting over. Yes, the fear of starting over is a thing. So many people have talked about how the fear of starting over made them stay longer in a relationship that they are supposed to have left for so long. Another person said, there is no reward for being ride or die. It will not change, nor will he value you or the effort. Lesson learned. Another one said, she already said she's going to stick beside him. Yes, towards the end of the speech when he almost finished, there was something she said like, as you should. And, that is even sparking a reaction like, you are saying, you are even encouraging him, you are edging him on, and that is the reason why he continues to disrespect you. She already said she's going to stick beside him. I believe men who say foul things in their vows are definitely going to be divorced. It happened to my friend. They did not last 10 years. The last one said, the wedding, shut up ring. Marriage aren't prizes you have won when you've lost yourself. I hate to see women choose struggle like a badge or cape. Let me hear what you guys think about what these people are saying. Let me hear what you think about the vow as well.